In the last 11 years, I have seen some crazy stuff
This is crazy stuff.
when it comes to new home construction and new home building. Now we've all seen the headlines that would make your head want to pop off. Now we've seen all those headlines, and I have a lot of my own stories with regards to new construction. So, what are the lies? Lie number one is the price.
Price is the price, yo.
Is the price that you see when you go to purchase a home. They will list the price at $600,000 or $700,000, and you go into a beautiful model home, gorgeous. It's got all kinds of bells and whistles. It's got molding. The price that they're giving you is not the price that you're seeing in that model home. The model home has every bell and whistle,
You know, with bells and whistles.
ever known to mankind. For you, that price that they're giving you, that's a base price with essentially the lowest amount of stuff that they're going to include in that price. So for instance, you can go into a model home that may base out at about $700,000. If you ask the agent, the new home agent there, how much the house actually costs out the door, which I usually do, they may go ahead and say it's about $1.1 million. So when you go into a model home, when you're looking online at these online videos, a lot of realtors are going into model homes and showing you the homes. In actuality, that is not the home that you're going to get, and especially not at the price advertised. In addition, not only is it not what's included in the model home, but when you go to pick a lot, you know, you're buying an empty piece of land where you're going to build this house. Typically, the home builder is going to add a lot premium.
Get out! It's okay!
So yes, the house does include a piece of land. However, the land that you want is going to cost you extra money. Now, depending on the desirability of the lot, will usually determine the amount of lot premium that you're going to be charged. I have a client right now that's paying $112,000 lot premium for the lot that he is getting. It is wooded in back, it is large, it is flat. Lot premium, $112,000. It is nothing but profit for the home builder.
You greedy pig.
Some lots could be $5,000, some can be $20,000. It all depends. It's nothing but premium for the home builder. They have already purchased all the land, they've divided it up, and they say, hey, this is a better lot. We can get more money for it, and they usually do. Then you also have to take a look at what is included in the price that they're giving you as the base price. They're probably going to give you carpet. They're probably going to give you a certain type of backsplash, certain type of hardware on your drawers, certain cabinets. Typically here in North Carolina, you're not going to get a refrigerator. You're not going to get a washer and a dryer. That you're going to have to pay for. They will charge you. They will get it for you, but you're going to pay a premium for that washer and dryer. You can probably do better by getting it yourself after closing. I usually tell my clients whenever they're going to purchase a new home construction to figure at least 10 to 15% over and above the asking price for the amount that they're going to spend in the design center. The design center is another cash cow for the home builders. You go into the design center and let's say they include carpeting on the downstairs and you want hardwood. Hardwood is going to cost you extra. It may cost you $12,000, it may cost you $15,000. It may not be exactly hardwood. It could be engineered hardwood. There's all kinds of different hardwoods. Then there's all kinds of products that are made out of vinyl that look like hardwood that can be used, that are more durable. That's going to be extra. If you want certain hardware, if you want certain cabinets, if you want soft close, if you want to upgrade the stove or the oven that comes with it, it's going to cost you extra. They usually give you a certain number of can lights to go up on the ceiling, 2 or 4 or 6. If you want more, they charge you per can light. If you want to have an outlet up above the mantelpiece on your fireplace, they will charge you extra if you want to put an outlet for cable and for electricity. If you want a certain mantle, if you want a certain surround for your fireplace, if you want a fireplace, if you want to bump out your bedroom a little bit further, they have structural options. You can add a bathroom, another structural option. You can add another bedroom, structural option. You can put coffered ceilings, another structural options. So these prices add up very, very quickly. So that $700,000 house now is coming in at $1 million. It's all big profit for the home builders. The design center is a big profit center for the home builders, as is the lot premium. So what you see, not always what you're gonna get. Now, I do a lot of custom home builds as well, and custom home builders are not exempt from this. Typically, in a custom home build, you are purchasing the lot first. You purchase the land, and then you go ahead and contract with a builder, a custom home builder, to build your home. There's usually an architect involved. It's very intricate plans. Things are very, very well planned out, and it can be quite overwhelming to build a custom home. However, you get an architect, you design what you want in your home, you take your lot, everything, you put it all together, that's your purchase price. Then you go into the design center, and again, the design center is a profit place for the custom home builder as well. Finally, you get an overall price for your home. Let's say it's $2 million, and they start building the home, and they find that they have to bring in more dirt, or they have a problem with the septic area, and they have to redesign that. So there's always additional prices that come into play. They usually give you an allowance to do landscaping, but then you need extra landscaping. There's all kinds of HOA situations where the HOA says that you have to do this and you can't do that. So sometimes you have to add additional money for that as well. A lot of the home builders in the custom neighborhoods know that, but it's always good to be aware of what the HOA is going to say. Sometimes the HOA does not approve of your plan, and you have to change it. Sometimes you have to change the roof line. Sometimes you have to change the frontage. Some of the custom home neighborhoods are very, very tough when it comes to their requirements, and everything that has to be changed is going to cost you in addition to what the initial price was. Second major lie or things that home builders don't tell you is that when you purchase a new home, you are not purchasing it on the contract for that state. So I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Most of the new homes are going on home builder contracts. These contracts are hundreds of pages long. They include everything that has ever happened to a new home builder anywhere in the world in these contracts. So these home builder contracts are not made out for the benefit of the home buyer. They are slanted for the home builder. They will have in there that they can take 2 years to build a house, or 3 years, or they can say if there's an act of God, they're not responsible. All kinds of stuff put into these home builder contracts. So it's important that the home builder contract is gone over by you. Usually, most people say that it's so long they just let it go. You can have your realtor and an attorney take a look at these home builder contracts prior to signing them. Just know that they put in there every stipulation that has ever happened, and they also put in there whether or not you can get your money back. Most of the time when you make an earnest money deposit on the home, that is a non-refundable deposit. So you're not getting that money back. There are exceptions, and I'll go into that in a little bit. So just to give you an example, I have a client that is building a $1.6 million house in a new development. We signed the contract on 3/6/2023. Today is January 2024. This house has not been started yet.
OMG, OMG.
We are going to be starting, or they say they're going to be starting it in February of 2024, next month. Reason being, this is a new home builder here in the Charlotte metro area, and They opened up 2 neighborhoods. Those neighborhoods blew out really fast. They did not anticipate selling 60 homes in the time that they thought they were going to sell 15. So they have had a major delay in the building of it. It's in the builder's contract that they have that time in order to build a house. And they are willing to allow my buyer to get out of the contract. Easily get out of the contract. He's got a great lot. He's paying a ton of money for a lot premium. And the builder knows that they're going to be able to get $250,000 more right now for the same house that we signed a contract for about a year ago.
Oh, now that's crazy.
So just know that those contracts are made for the builder, not for the buyer. My name, Eli Magids. I am a luxury real estate advisor here in Charlotte, North Carolina, specializing in luxury homes, new home construction, and custom homes. But more importantly, I am your realtor with heart.
Huge heart.
Not trying to sell you anything, but here to help you find a home and a lifestyle that you and your family are going to love. Need a little bit of help? Feel free to reach out. My info is down below. Another lie that a lot of these home builders don't tell you is they come in there and they dangle financing in front of you.
Money.
Now, interest rates had popped up pretty high as compared to what they were, from 2.9 or 3% up to 8%. They're coming back down, thankfully. But these home builders, usually the bigger home builders, are going to dangle carrots in front of you and say, use this mortgage company, we're going to get you this rate. A lot of these tract home builders are going to dangle a rate in front of you. They're going to tell you that if you use this mortgage company, it's going to be a lower rate. They're going to pay for the attorney. They're going to pay for this. They're going to pay for that. Just realize that most of these big guys, most of these big builders either own the mortgage company, so they're getting money back. They're not giving you anything for free. There's no free lunches.
Free lunches.
Either they own it or they're partially owners. They may own 50%, 49%, 63%, but they're getting money off of your loan one way or another. So they may lower it on the front end, but they're going to make it back at the end of your mortgage.
What a scam!
Every time you pay a mortgage payment, they are getting some of that money back. So they're not doing it because they love you. They're doing it because they want to make as much money as possible. Always, very important, whatever rate they're giving you, you've got to go out there and you've got to shop rates and see what other lenders can do for you.
Let's go shopping.
Not just depend on the builder's lender. Now, the way that you can try and protect yourself with some of this is make sure that you get a good real estate agent. I know I'm a real estate agent, and of course I'm going to say that.
Of course you'd say that.
Get somebody who is knowledgeable about the new construction process, somebody who's been through it before, because they know what the story is. They know the ins and the outs of new construction. Some of the new construction home builders pay for your realtor. You will not get a discount by not using a realtor, so you might as well get somebody who's experienced in new construction to help you out to go through the ins and outs of the new construction process. It doesn't cost you anything because the new construction home builders are going to pay for it for you. They will not give it to you as a rebate. In addition, when you go into a new home builder, if you're going in by yourself, they ask you to fill out information. Put down a realtor's name. Put down your realtor that you're using or one that you think you might use. Just put down any name, because if you do not put down a realtor's name, they will not pay for a realtor to come in and help you, and you are still paying for it. So when you go into a new home construction and they ask you for your information, put a realtor's name. Even if you don't know one, put in John Doe.
John Doe.
You can always change that, but just tell them that you are using somebody to represent you. Now, as far as using a real estate agent, you may say, okay, that's all well and good. But from my own experience, I have had people have had problems with shaking of the home. I've had people who ended up getting mold in their crawl space. I had somebody had problems with a retaining wall. They built a basement home, and it was on a slope, and there were retaining wall issues, and before we could close, we had to get a structural engineer. These are all things that a good realtor will be able to help you with. You have to stay on top of them.
Sure. Always stay on top.
You have to be involved. You have to know what is going on. In addition, I've had multiple issues where someone has moved to Charlotte for a job, and his wife called me on the sly. We had a contract to build a home. We had a large earnest money deposit, probably about $60,000, and he hated his freaking job. And he had his brother in Texas was able to get him a job, and he wanted to leave, but I had to get him out of the contract somehow. So knowing the right people, we were able to get him out of the contract with a minimal financial loss. I had another client who was purchasing a home that was in the middle of the build stage. His wife came down, took a look at the house, and started crying.
She was crying.
Now, I knew deep down that this was not the right house for her. Her husband really wanted this particular home. They wanted to get out of it. She was miserable. I was able to get them out of the contract and get all of their earnest money deposit back. So there are things that someone who's experienced can help you with. Another thing you should know about new construction is usually they give you a 1, 2, 10 warranty. 1 year bumper to bumper on everything in the house, 2 year on the appliances, and 10 year on the structural, so the roof doesn't fall on top of your head. So a tip, when you first go into a new home, fill out the warranty cards because you're typically going to get a longer warranty on your appliances than what is offered in that 1, 2, 10. Secondly, air conditioning. Typically, air conditioning companies will give you a 5-year warranty. If you fill out the warranty card, you're going to probably get 10 years. So you need to fill those out. Thank you so much for watching. And until we see each other again, next time.